I am gonna die on this hill. Whoever told me to try pumpkin spice, we need to have words because that is disgusting. Here I have some of my 5-star reads. These are the books that I would accept no criticism of, books that are literally my pride and joy, my all-time favourite books, and that is what we're going to be reading 1-star reviews of for today's video. I know it's going to hurt me. My heart is literally going to get crushed, but we're doing this for entertainment purposes and I'm doing this for you, so I hope you enjoy. I am going to also apologise for if any cars go past. I'm literally sat on a relatively busy road, but it's quiet enough that I'm sure we can get away with filming this video. So in honour of Wildfire by Hannah Grace coming out literally this month, I'm going to start off with Icebreaker. I rated this book a 5-star. I read it in my first 24-hour readathon. I absolutely loved it. And I don't know why I loved it so much. I don't know what about it made me like it so much. I think it literally was because the pacing of the book was good, the writing was just easy. I just really enjoyed it. And I love Nate Hawkins and I will stand on that hill until I die. He's one of my favourite book boyfriends in the entire world. I'm going to hop onto Goodreads, see what people have to say about it. Someone's put, I want to burn the characters alive. That is so horrible. I can have him then. If you want to burn him alive, I'll have Nate Hawkins. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Someone put, it just dragged on forever. And to be honest, I will kind of agree with that. It is on the longer side for a romance book. I do find that romances over around 360 pages are a bit long, and I think this was like 420 pages. So I can sort of vouch for that, but I don't think it dragged on. It is slightly longer than it should be, but I had a great time, so I'm not complaining. Why are people so mean? Someone put, this book would have been so much better if all the characters died. I have no words. I actually just can't simply put into words how I feel about that. Died is a little bit dramatic. Someone else put, this was the biggest piece of dog shit ever. And it's got 263 likes. This is the thing, right? I can understand that this is not the most entertaining book in the world. I can see that there wasn't really much of a plot. It simply was just two people in a college hockey romance having a great time. So I can appreciate why people wouldn't enjoy this, but I can't also see why you wouldn't enjoy this. It's literally 400 pages of just smutty, cute, fluffy romance. Like, how can you not enjoy that? I think that honestly is perfect, to be honest with you. There is a man walking past my car. And also just the characters in this, I mean, I can understand, again, they're probably not the most likeable, they're not the most complex characters, but they're literally just there to have a great fun time. I can understand not enjoying a book, I can understand having opinions of a book, but realistically, it's, who cares? Who actually cares? I might do one more for Icebreaker. Someone put, the fact that it took me 8 days to finish this says enough. See, I read it in 1 day, but that was only because I read it in a 24-hour readathon, but I still probably would have got it done really quick, regardless. Probably still, like, maybe 3 days max I would have got this done, but I don't know. I'm sorry it took you 8 days, but I loved it, so I'm having a great time. So the next book we're going to be talking about is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This book is one of my all-time favourites. If I had to pick my top 3 books, this would be in it. I'm not exactly sure what I loved about it so much. I think it was because, and I explained this the other day, it's set in parts. So each husband gets their own separate part, and I think that just made me enjoy it more because it felt like a whole different story per husband. I think it was just fast-paced, and I just think that's why I enjoyed it. So this is one of my like 5, maybe even 6-star reads, and I definitely will be rereading this soon. I don't know why. I just absolutely fell in love with it, and Taylor Jenkins Reid is my favourite author, so I don't think I've ever rated a book by her less than 4 stars. That would be an absolute crime. Okay, let's go for the reviews. There is not many 1-star reviews at all. Someone's called it plain and dull. In what world is Miss Evelyn Hugo's book plain and dull? It is literally about like 1960s and 70s glamour and the Hollywood industry and the film industry, and you see love, hate, and all these other problems that people faced in that society, and like, in what world is that dull? I actually think Taylor Jenkins Reid did such a good job writing this book, and there's also like other bits in it as well. It's not just book, it's also like newspaper articles and everything. So how anyone can hate on this book, I don't know. Filming here was a bad idea. See, I don't understand. Most of these reviews are like paragraphs long. Someone just put, didn't finish, just gave up. Someone put, it took me a year to finally get myself to read this book, and I must say it was pretty decent. Why rate it a 1-star if it's decent? At least do like 2 stars. Decent isn't like a great word, but I think decent is like 2-star category. If you didn't hate it, it should be at least a 2-star. Up your rating, please. Someone's put intolerable in every way. I'm sorry. Why am I getting a FaceTime call from Riley's brother? Hello?
Oh my god, sorry.
Did you not mean to call him? See you later, bye. What was that? To be honest, I actually thought that this book would have a lot more funny reviews, but a lot of them are just like fair paragraphs of just how people thought about it and just how they didn't agree with the writing. So I'll understand that. If people are just hating it for no reason, then it's like, okay. But I can understand if you have valid opinions. So we're gonna stop this one for now. Why there's so many people going past, please. So this one, Archer's Voice, is one that I've rated 5-star quite recently actually. So I read it in my BookTubers Pick My Reads video. This is Alexa Ray's pick. And I originally rated it a 4.75 star. I stood by that rating for a good while. I was happy with that rating. But I'm not even kidding when I tell you that there has not been one day that's gone by that I haven't thought about this book. I have honestly thought about this book every single day since June, even if it's for like a split second. So I obviously had to bump it up to a 5. I was like, there's no way that a book can have that much of a chokehold on me and me not rate it a 5-star. So I have a really weird feeling that this book is either going to be loved or hated. I feel like there will be like a fair few 1-star reviews because of the premise of the book. It has kind of got like a weird concept, but we will see. We will see what people have to say. Okay, so someone here put, I mean, I felt nothing. I'm in the minority here, but I felt so empty reading it. Nothing about the plot or the characters was convincing, and everything about it was so calculated and juvenile. How can you feel empty reading this book? I'm not even kidding when I say I sobbed my entire heart out. Like, this book, as I said, I've thought about it every day since. This book actually hurts my soul. This will be another one that I want to reread and maybe fully annotate as well. I think it would be really nice to have like a fully annotated copy of it. But I don't know. I just don't understand how anyone can feel empty while reading this book. Obviously, everyone has their own opinions. This is like the great idea of ratings and reviews. It's nice to see that everyone has like different spectrums as to how they rate books, but this book was literally one of the most sad books I've read in my life. So how someone can feel empty reading it, I don't know. Literally, what is going through your head? Maybe you just weren't in the right headspace when you read it, maybe. I love it so much. Okay, someone's put, the way this was written reminds me of a child trying to tell a story, but they keep, and then it just goes blank. What? I actually think the writing was quite nice. It, again, isn't the most complex writing. It isn't the most well-written story in the entire world. But again, it was just a great fun time with so much emotion through it. Like, how can you not like this? I don't know. Someone put, oh my god, cavemen vibes, but he actually acts like a caveman. He does a bit, I will give you that. That is one thing that I did struggle with reading this book, which is probably why I didn't give it a 5-star originally, was that I found it really, really hard to imagine what Archer looked like. Because he's quite reserved, he had like long, scraggy hair, didn't really speak to anyone. Well, he hadn't spoken to anyone for ages, which is why it's called Archer's Voice. But I just found it really hard to like imagine him as a character, and I did actually start imagining him as like a rugged little caveman vibe. And I thought, I don't fancy this man at all. Like, what is the appeal? He probably smells. And then obviously then he like started like getting more confident, cleaning himself up and everything, and I was like, okay, I get it. So I understand the caveman thing. Someone put, apparently I am the drama here because I hate this book so much. And there was an emphasis on so, like so much. Not even just, I hate this book. I hate this book so much. Okay, Queen, you do that. Someone put, I'm sorry, but this was stupid as... Someone else put, what was this? Someone put, the amount of winking in this book. He couldn't speak. He cannot speak. He has to express himself with hand gestures and facial gestures. He cannot speak. He's just like, wink, love that. Fair enough, the winking may have been a little bit excessive, but what else are you supposed to do when you can't say anything? You have no vocal cords. I am gonna die on this hill. Go away, bus, I'm trying to film. But that is crazy. Ah! I just dropped my Starbucks. Anyway, okay, so the next one is Ignite Me by Tahira Mafi. This is the 3rd book in the Shatter Me series, which is honestly a 5-star series for me. I feel like this one and maybe only like one other one was an actual 5-star, but when I put the series together as a whole, it's just like an all-in-all 5-star. I feel like this one's gonna have some funny reviews, so I'm scared, and I love this book with my entire heart. Aaron Warner. That man is my husband. Someone put, Kenji carried this series. Everyone else sucks. 0.5 stars. So not even a 1 star. This is a 0.5 star. And I do admit, Kenji is arguably the best character. I absolutely love that man. I can understand why Kenji would be the best part of these books for you. But a 0.5 star is a hate crime to my life. Not even 1. That actually reminds me of that TikTok sound. What is it like? But that's not possible. So I give you a 1. But realistically, it's like, I give you a 0.5. Someone put, this book gave me lasting brain trauma. Okay, someone put, you're telling me that this 17-year-old girl who spent 3 whole books talking entirely about 2 hot boys, page after endless page, might be a good leader? Yeah? No. I'm done with this series. So that one, I mean, I can understand where you're coming from. The whole first 2 books, there was world building, but it was basically just a love triangle. And I can understand why you think it's a little bit realistic for Juliet, a 17-year-old girl, to become like a world leader. Like, I can understand that. And it is a little bit unrealistic, but again, we are here for a good fun time. We are not here to criticize these books. We are literally here to have fun. It is called fiction for a reason. Fair enough, it's supposed to be somewhat realistic. I can understand that. But there are a lot worse books that are a lot less realistic than that. But I think even if a book's not realistic, why do you care so much? Like, in the nicest way possible, it is fiction. Anything can happen in fiction. I could literally be grasping at straws and be like, oh my god, yay, and just enjoy it and just be here for a fun time. I don't overthink when I'm reading. I don't sit there thinking, oh, but that wouldn't happen because that's not realistic. Fair enough, sometimes in romance books where things happen a little bit too quickly, the pacing's a little bit off, you can be like, that's a little bit unrealistic. But when it comes to like a fantasy or a dystopian, why are you telling me that that wouldn't be realistic? Like, what? I don't know. I did see another 1-star review of the first book in this series, and it called Juliet, an insufferable whiny. And again, that I can understand, but then when you look at her trauma and everything that she's been through, you cannot tell me that she deserves to be an insufferable whiny bitch. She has every right to sit and cry. Someone put, I really didn't think it could get any worse. Oh, it got better. Ow, I just hit my elbow. I think this is the best book in the series. It literally is my favourite. And it's a YA as well. It's meant to be for young adults. Why do you care so much? I'm done. Someone put, what the fuck is this? To say I was horribly disappointed with Ignite Me is just scratching the surface. Ignite Me is a poor ending to a trilogy. Okay, that was written when it was a trilogy. There's like 10 more books that have come out since then, including novellas. So I don't count that review. Someone put, I need a lorazepam right now. I guess, but that sentence really sums up my thoughts. I love that book, I'm sorry. Now this is one that I did also rate 5-star. Twisted Love by Anna Huang. This is, again, a 5-star series for me, but I think this is the only one in the series that I rated a 5-star. I think the others were like 4 or above. I already know most of the hate in this book about a very particular scene. There's one part of this book that people just don't enjoy, and I agree. And I already know what the reviews are going to be about. Someone put, I literally did not sign up for a murder mystery, and why did he sing? Horrific. I knew the singing was going to be a part of it. I literally knew. When I said there's one part of it that gets a lot of hate, it's when Alex Volkov starts singing. I can agree. He is the most introverted, moody, grumpy, horrible character who only was nice to Ava. So tell me why he got up on stage and started singing. Tell me why. Tell me why ain't nothing but... Anyway, someone else put, so stupid, God bless. At least they're trying to be nice about it. Why is the sun coming out? It's October. Someone put, people who said this book was good lied. To be honest, part of me, I read that in like May. Part of me's thinking, if I reread that now, would I rate it a 5-star? But I did thoroughly enjoy it. But I think either way, the most I would still go is a 4.75. So I'm still counting it as a 5-star. Anyone who told me this book was good literally lied to my face. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I told you, the cringe I felt when Alex started singing, it's astronomical. I just, That singing scene even cringed me out and I still rated it a 5-star. Someone put, to a potential future kidnapper, want to torture me? Make me reread this. I loved it. Again, it was an easy read. Like, I don't understand why people overthink this and want this like complex stuff. Reading shouldn't be hard. Reading should be enjoyable and easy and just, again, something to pass the time by, to have a great fun time. So why do you care so much? Why? Just enjoy the little things in life. It will make your life so much easier and so much nicer. Someone put, Alex Volkov, I want you behind bars. I mean, there was definitely criminal tendencies. There was definitely vibes for that man to be put behind bars. So I won't disagree with you there. But I wouldn't rate it a 1-star because of it. Someone put, this felt like reading a really Wattpad. I mean, I get it. I do. Someone put, this was twisted alright. I just love shit books. Okay, so we've only got 2 more left. And I think you can sort of guess by how much I speak about both of these books which ones they're going to be. The Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This arguably the last few years, to be honest, has been my all-time favourite book. And the next one that I'm going to show you is like a very close, may have even overtaken it. But realistically, if I'm asked my 2 favourite books, these next 2 are what I say. This is the first book that I ever gave a 5-star. It is absolutely battered to pieces, and I actually think that reading reviews on this one that are negative will hurt me the most. This book is well loved. There's many people that rate it a 5-star. So at least there's some positiveness coming from reading these reviews, but obviously we're filtering it to 1 star. From the moment she said, "Holy pepperoni," I realised I was too old to be reading this. I mean, that I can understand. The holy pepperoni bit, I can understand. That did make me cringe. But then I also think a lot of people that read this are from America, obviously. It is set in the UK. The original is a English book. I think Holly Jackson did release an American version when it was set in like Connecticut or something, but the original story is actually set in Little Kilton, which is set in the UK. So holy pepperoni, if you say it in like an English accent, it's so much better. Can you imagine an American going holy pepperoni? Like, that is disgusting. Whereas holy pepperoni is still weird, but it doesn't sound as weird. So please take that into consideration when you're hating on this book. Like, the British wittiness is supposed to be a big part of that book. Am I trying to justify holy pepperoni? Yes, I am. Please leave me alone. Someone put, I made a Goodreads account just so I could give this book a 1 star. Oh my god, it's not just a little YA murder mystery, it's also got transcripts and part of a project in it. Like, there's so much more. There's text messages, it's all set in parts. It's just such a fun book to read, and I would honestly recommend it to anyone, especially if you're trying to get into reading. This is one that I will definitely give you. It is so much more than just a YA murder mystery. Someone put, I want to wash my brain of this. Also, they've spelled I want to wash my brain as number 2, so I want to wash my brain of your comment. Boom. Mic drop. See you later. I'm sorry that was rude. Okay, this really infuriates me and I don't even know how to describe it. Someone put, this book is so overrated. Now, saying something is overrated is just stupid in my opinion. Like, this is no hate to the person that left this comment, but obviously something that's hyped up, it means that loads of people enjoy it. But it doesn't mean it's overrated. If I'm really enjoying a book or a film or a pair of shoes or literally anything that I thoroughly enjoy, I'm gonna rave about it. And books, as I'm saying right now for this video, this is the video's purpose, is to understand that books are very subject to opinion. Books are very personal to that person's choice. So again, I'm not agreeing with your 1-star reviews, but I can understand why you personally wouldn't enjoy it. So to say something's overrated or underrated, actually I can understand underrated because it means that it deserves more hype. But overrated, why, if like a million people love it, why does that matter? Just because you didn't like it, you're just mad that you're in the niche. You're just mad that you're in the minority here and you don't enjoy things that other people enjoy. Thank you very much, cheers. Oh, someone put, thought I'd like this. Oh well. See, that I can understand. You thought you'd like it, you didn't. It's a 1-star. Oh well, that's fine. Someone put, this as a series. Oh, for sake. It is great, and it's a great trilogy. Please carry on reading it if you are thinking you want to. Someone put 0 stars actually. Absolute trash. It's my favourite book you're talking about, guys. So we've got one more left for this video, and that is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. This is a new favourite of mine, a new 6-star read for me, one of my favourite books of all time, and I actually spent £100 on Magnolia Parks crew necks the other day as well. Like, it's becoming an obsession, and I have multiple copies of the book, multiple editions. I have problems. Now, this book is a very frustrating book to read. It is one that you don't really know where it's going. It's very open to interpretation. The characters are really frustrating, to be honest with you, but as someone that knew that going into it, it made me enjoy it even more. I feel like people just go into this thinking it's like a fluffy, cute romance set in London. It's like, oh, London vibes, great. But again, I've seen this one get its fair share of hate, so I'm terrified. Someone put, finish this in a day, but at what cost? I don't understand the hype around this blowjob dude. Girlie should do better. Blowjob dude? The character's called BJ. His name is Baxter James Ballantyne. Baxter James, not blowjob. Thank you very much. See you later. Someone put DNF at 51%. I wanted to throat punch every character in this book. Again, they are frustrating characters, but throat punching them might be a little bit excessive. I'm sorry. See, this I can agree with. I regret reading this book. Not that part, but this part. The main thing I didn't like is that BJ and Magnolia knew that they loved each other, yet always got with other people. Like, I understand, but that's the whole point of the book. The whole point is, how many loves do you get in a lifetime? It is on the first page. Like, I can understand where you're coming from, but the whole point of the book is to say, like, are they true loves? Are they meant to be for each other? Or is their journey ending? That is the whole point of this whole 500-page journey. So, sorry, but that's the whole point of it. Someone DNF'd it at 73%. Now that is quite a long way into the book. If I was at 73%, I probably would just power through and finish it, but respect to you for just not enjoying it and DNFing it. I don't mind DNFing. I think that is 100%. If you're not enjoying a book, just stop reading it. Someone put, Alexa, play Toxic by Britney Spears. It is toxic. That I agree with. Someone put, this book was torture. I can't even tell you the plot because I genuinely don't know what I just read. And then it carries on to a paragraph of other stuff that I'm not even going to read. But I'm sorry you had a bad time with it, but I loved it. This book reminded me why I hate men so much. I can get behind that review. I can get behind it. Someone else put, this book is a joke. Okay. Someone put, the only thing this book was good for was killing the spider in my bathroom. And to clarify, the 1 star is for how well this book worked as a weapon. Pain, literal pain. I mean, to be fair, it's a big book. It would be used great as a weapon. I mean, look at the size difference. She's bigger. She is very much bigger. Someone just put this. Like, just this. End of. Nothing else. This was the worst book I've read this year. I want to eviscerate it from my memory. Okay guys, that is all for today's video. I do hope you enjoyed this very, very much. If you do want a part 2, I might consider doing a reading 5-star reviews of my 1 or 2-star reads. And I think that would be quite good as well, to just see like the other end of the spectrum. But if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below and do all that other stuff. And also comment one of your favourite 5-star reads, because I want to look at more reviews and I want to see like other books as well, because that was really, really fun. I love you guys lots and I will see you in my next video. Bye!